You know one thing, guys, there's something called conscience. When you're doing something wrong, your conscience will be judging you, your conscience will be telling you, hey, what you're doing is bad. As long as you're not a child, you're an adult, your conscience will be questioning you, will be judging you. Are you sure you're okay with the decision you've made? Are you sure this is the right thing you need to be do? Those are the questions your conscience will be asking you. And I think that this is what is happening in the case of APC members, top APC members, not just ordinary APC members, who are leaving Tinubu, who are leaving the campaign committee. They are now coming out to confess what they have seen so far, saying that Tinubu is not a fit candidate to be the president, to become the next president of Nigeria. These top APC members who left their support for Tinubu, they are now saying there is a lot you guys don't know, and they are spilling the tea, saying that their conscience will not allow them to vote for Tinubu, or their conscience is not going to allow them to allow Tinubu become the next president of Nigeria. Before we dig deep and go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? You need to be subscribed to this channel. Please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Give this video a massive thumbs up as well so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all over the world. Lastly, leave a comment in the comment section. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. A former director in the Presidential Campaign Council of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Najaatu Mohammed, has shared some details about the health condition of a former Lagos State governor. Niger News earlier reports that 67-year-old Kano-based politician dumped the party and resigned from her position as the director of a civil society directorate of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. Mohammed announced a resignation in a letter addressed to the APC National Chairman Abdullahi Adamu. According to her, a number of recent developments in the country's political and democratic space are responsible for a decision to dump the APC and its presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Speaking on the reasons for dumping the ruling party, Najaatu opened up on the health conditions of the APC presidential candidate, saying that for the times she visited him in London, it demonstrated clear symptoms of dementia. She said, she said, and I quote, Ashiwaju that I sat with for 2 hours. He slept most of the time. It was Bisi Akande that I was really talking to. Most importantly, he is not only physically unfit, he is mentally unfit, whether we want it or not. This is the truth. It's not that I hate him. I respect him because I have heard of one or two people that he assisted, which is good. But when you talk of leadership of the over 200 million people, you know that if you remove tribal sentiment, you know that he is incapable. Those that will rule are those around him. This is the reality. He is mentally deranged. I said it. I sat with him for 2 hours in London. When you talk of green, he will give you an answer of red. He can't even decipher. He has very serious dementia. I believe he has Alzheimer's because he cannot even hold a cup of tea. This is a condition where, the two hands will be shaking as well. She further argued that the APC candidate will not dare contest had he been from the north. If you remove tribal sentiment, if you remove tribal sentiment, if you remove the Lagos Ibadan press, if Tinubu were not a Yoruba man, he will not dare contest election because they will crucify him. But people are all there to defend him because he's Yoruba. It's hedge, It's Egbe Omo Odua over everything else. I was in the campaign for Yula, and we had to beg them to take the mic from him. Everything about Tinubu is based on lies. Imagine he's an Hausa man. Will he contest elections with all these gbese on top of him? In this campaign, nobody should talk of corruption because they are corruption personified. Mohammed, who disclosed she had not met Tinubu again since after she accepted the appointment to serve in his PCC, told the Whistler that the APC candidate had no plans for the North, despite the myriad of problems confronting the region. Recalling a London meeting with the APC candidate, Mohammed said, I asked Tinubu, what do you have for us in the North? He looked me in the face and said, nothing. I said, sir, you mean you have nothing for the North? The question of security, out of school children, agriculture, and many things like that. Everybody in the Northeast is waiting to be killed or kidnapped. Oh my God, this is serious. This is coming from, by the way, this is coming from a member of Tinubu's campaign. I mean, close family. So you know that this woman knows what she's saying. For her to come out publicly to be saying this, like, she's not even afraid of any crucifixion. She's not even afraid of any lawsuits, of any defamation lawsuit. She's saying this boldly, telling everybody that, look, this is what I experienced. This is what I saw with my own two eyes. So it is left with you people, after hearing all this, to know what to do. Like, for you to oh my God. I just hope Nigeria would not be in the same situation with Cameroon, the Cameroonian president who went to the US African summit and did not have any iota of idea where he was. He was asking if he has now turned to celebrity. Why are people here? Why are these people invited guests? What are they here for? Like, he had absolutely no idea of what he was supposed to, talk about, of what he was even doing in front of, those number of people. I mean, this is the kind of situation that we might find ourselves when this is the kind of situation we might find ourselves if we don't make that right decision come February 25 or 28 when we go to the polls to vote. You guys need to sit down and ask yourself, do you want Nigeria to be a laughing stock? And besides, like, if the president is incapable, if the president is unfit, whether mentally or physically, it means there will be absolutely nobody to check those people working under him. When we even have a fit president, someone who is, present, and someone who is, let's just say 50% health-wise okay, they will still have some cases of, money laundering, corruption, if what's it called, this man, Mago, the former EFCC boss, we had the accountant general of a federation, that kind of billions that those people embezzled. Now think of, when we have someone that is not even present most of the time, someone that has dementia, someone that cannot take charge, what would happen? Which means we are in for it anyway. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.